one of those nights again where I'm talking to myself and I've come to the conclusion. I use this, that I need people to start worrying about people. I need people to realize that everything is people. Ideas cannot exist without the vessel of a person, of a body for it to continue. Like we can argue this and argue that and say the internet and say X, Y, and Z and say social media and say that. Yeah. At the end of the day, it's people. Who is on the internet? Who's on the social media? Like, to be blaming data and to be, who is collecting data? Who created this data for it to be collecting data? People, person, somebody. It was an embodied, somebody. A body did it. A human did it. So I don't. It makes me even think of like SpongeBob, like Karen and Plantain and Mr. Crab and his secret formula and X, Y, and Z. It's like, oh my goodness, imagine. Is Plankton like hated because like he's technologically advanced? So I'm guessing he has more information than other people, and that's why he knows of Mr. Crab's secret recipe, which is it's a Krabby Patty. That's the secret. It's crabs. Yeah. Um. Anyhow, I didn't even put into how that works together, but I'm just thinking in my head, I see all this discourse and I see all these talks and things and going back and forth on the internet about things that are happening right now. And it's like you can't talk about one thing without talking about the other thing. And the thing about it is people. I'm not saying don't talk about it because whatever. Uh, I thought of something and I said it while responding to it without actually speaking it. I'm thinking of if we really and truly wants to see the change that I feel like it's, when simplified, the same all around, it's going to require people to do whatever they're doing in the moment of this trend. Unfortunately, for a majority, it is a trend because this has been going on. Everything has been going on for a long time. And I'm not talking about just one situation, but everything. Everything has been going on for a long time. It is just that this door has been opened and everybody can see through it now. Not even everybody can see through it, but it's just, it has become the center of attention. And if things are to actually really change and whatnot, I need people to start caring about people. I need people to be able to talk about things forever, not in the moment of a trend, not only in the moment of a trend, excuse me, not only in the movement of a movement. And I need movements to continue being moving, to continue moving, to continue. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the reality of it is, nobody can live in that space, can stay in that without eventually self-destructing or just being unwell. And it's like, I know people care, and I know people's care is different, but it still equates to care. And it's just, we have to have a balance. And sadly, like, no matter what else is going on, whatever. I just don't want to sound insensitive because I'm not. Not. I don't play about that. I don't play about. Um. This is where I feel like I have to write stuff down so I can get it correctly and like edit and stuff. But I just be wanting to talk, like, you know. But I feel like if it really comes down to it, if people really want to do like what it would really take for things to be better in this world, nobody's willing to do. No, it's not even willing to do. I feel like it's can. I don't know even if it's can. Maybe willing. I don't know what the word is, but let's say this example. You just like how there's the I feel like this is kind of a good example. I mean, not to throw Beyonce into this, but it kind of is. Her, like, everybody on mute, the mute challenge. It's a simple thing. Close your mouth. Yet, time and time and time again, I don't think I've seen one video where everyone was completely mute. I feel like there are certain places that, like, had less people that made noise, but there was not one place that was completely mute. So I say that to say what it would really take for things to be different. I don't think everyone is willing to do, and it would require everyone to do, which is like, because I just feel like we're all hypocritical, we're all whatever. Like, people are out here arguing about those that are silent during these moments of things, and it's like, why are you pressuring somebody to say something? It is no longer genuine. It is no longer authentic. I know people love to say such words and to like once you say it, it no longer is, if that makes sense. Like somebody saying, I'm authentic, I'm genuine. You're no longer that because no, no, you shouldn't have to say it. You know what I mean? I also just feel like it's like pressuring somebody to say sorry. Like the sorry is going to be half-assed, not meant. Probably don't even understand why they're saying sorry. It's not from the heart. Okay, I understand people have to learn things too, but it's just like, this is why I also don't like thinking, because I start thinking and I just, I don't know, I'm just not a fan of people getting on other people for their silence. Worried about your voice. If you're using it, congratulations, great, do that. But I feel like the forcing of other people to, I'm not into it. I'm not into it. Because I just feel like these are such serious moments that to think and to be worrying about somebody's silence. Why are you worried about no noise when there's noise? That's like going to being being next to two houses. One there's a party and one there's not a party. And you go into the one that there's not a party and you're like, why y'all not where's the music? Why y'all not making noise? Babes, there's ready here. Go and amplify this one. It's already where you belong. Go there. Okay? Now the people here, they might hear it. And the more people that go over there to this side, these people might hear it and be like, you know, that sounds like fun. That looked like fun. I've made the choice on my own to go. Maybe a bad thing using the party as an example for such serious things, but I just need people to care about people. I just need people to care about people. Like, really, really care about people. And caring about people means that individualistic thought, that individual whatever. I think it's good, but you have to have a balance of it. Everything is really a balance thing. And balance doesn't mean 50-50 all the time. Okay, so maybe I shouldn't use the word balance because balance does mean 50-50. But like, everything should just be. Everything is and everything will be. But you just choose how much of it will. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I just need everybody to do what they've got to do in order to be. I don't know what to do with this ring. It's like, are you too big? Are you too small? Which one are you? It's like when people, to me, people say that like I always say I avoid politics. I'm not political. I'm not into politics. But my being non-political is political. Everything is political. Your life is political. Like, people that are like, they're non-religious, they're non-believers. You're a believer in it not existing, therefore you believe that it do exist. If it doesn't exist, then your non-belief in its existence doesn't make sense. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Yeah, so it's like, it's just too much, too much. And I feel like what it would really take for things to change in this world, I keep saying I don't want to say nobody, but it would have to take everybody for it to go well. You know what I mean? Like, we would all have to be raising our kids to be certain people. And not trying to say to be the same people, but like the morals would have to be the same. But that's just where the issues already come from, because everybody be worried about, you know, I don't know. I'm gonna find a way one day to say exactly what I want to say and to express it in the way that I understand it. Because the way I understand the world, I kind of think it's beautiful and it's pure. But I have to find a way to explain it in a way that other people understand it, and in a way that is so simplified and easy to grasp and hold. You know what I mean? So hopefully I can do that. I looked at them too long. Was that always there? Was that always there? It would make sense, but No, I oh, I like words a lot. I think there's a lot that are embedded within words, but people don't really pay attention to them because they use it every single day. So it's like whatever. And I mean that in like beyond like the dictionary thing, because who really got time to be sitting there looking at a dictionary word for word, bar for bar? You know what I'm saying? Like no, no. Twitter is definitely not a place to be. No social media is the place to be if we really. And it's not like nothing really changes. Like I just feel like people fail to realize how much things are a formula. Like things, life is a formula. Life is mathematical. Like there's a, like you know how, let's just say people, humans, there's a formula to us. Head, shoulders, or whatever, arms, legs, the center body part, these fingers, like all these features is part of the formula, but obviously there is variations. You know what I mean? But it's all within the formula. You know what I mean? So even if someone is without something that is within the formula, that is part of their formula. But you know what I mean? Like there's a formula. So like when I think of human interaction and how what we used to do, like if people think social media is so, I don't want to say it's not renowned, but it's just like whatever is going on social media, however people are talking on social media on the internet, that is just making people like, I don't like the internet, I don't like social media, babes. It's not the internet, the social media, it's the people. Yeah. Whatever's going on there, people have been doing it in real life for a long time. It's just that now there's a distance, and that distance is kind of dangerous sometimes in the sense that, as we've seen, catfishes, people like to play around with their identity, and people like to, they're like, how far can I take this lie? Or they may go into it innocently, and then it just gets a little too far. Like, things are getting too far now, if you really ask me. Things are getting intense. I like saying that word now. That's intense. That's intense, don't you think? Don't you reckon? You see this forehead of mine? It's not even four. All five of my fingers just fit in there. And there's more. You reckon? It's intense out here, okay? So it's like the same way we're kind of interacting right now. That's what they used to do in now in like outside homes, parties, whatever. Things are not interactive anymore because we rely on social media for our communication. People be like, "Oh, the key to relationships and all this is communications." You're not even talking about face-to-face communication because people don't know how to do that anymore. It's more text me, email me. We're together, but not together. And it's like people wanted this illusion of like something new, something fresh. When they say nothing is new under the sun, babes, nothing is new under the sun. The only thing that changes is guess what? Guess what? The name. Why do you think we have so many synonyms? Oh my goodness, imagine if I can create like a formula for this world. Like, this shit is just intense now. And unfortunately, it'll only get more intenser. But it gets intenser in the degree that you decide to kind of route yourself. Because the world itself, I feel like if we were ever to see the world itself in a scope, like pull out and you see the line, we would not want to be here. I mean, I'm already kind of on that stance. I've been in, oh goodness, I just added another 5 years to my life. Like, there's so much happening. So much. And I don't ever find it like if we gonna talk about me personally, when it comes to stuff like this, what's happening right now, not even what's happening right now, the things that are highlighted right now, I'm not saying anything because it's either I say everything or I say nothing. But in certain things, it's like in my head, I know what I'm doing. I know I'm saying everything in my head. Like I'm praying and I'm wishing for the well-being of everybody in my head. I'm letting that be known. I even be saying that out on my own, like talking to myself and all. But if I was to be, you know how people like to see that other people sharing it. Why do you need to see that somebody else cares? Anyway, that beyond the point. It's not. To me, I just feel it's not justified to talk about one and not talk about everybody else. You know what I mean? But that's the thing. Everybody else, including yourself. There are things going on outside of you. There are things going on inside of you. I think it's just so unfair to put anything on anybody and put a responsibility on anybody to do anything for anything. There's only so much we can control for ourselves. There's only so much, like, only so much. We may not have that much control, but we have a little bit of control. We have some. And in that, I think it's empowering to do what we do best and control that. Not go outside ourselves and control other people or other things and stuff like that. No. But there are things that we can control. And, you know, I think we should not make it a bad thing. Anyhow, but it's like, if we start talking about this inclusivity and everybody, you know, at the end of the day, we all gonna realize every country, every person, everything has its thing, has its war, has its, and this is not saying or trying to desensitize or make it less. But at the end of the day, there's a degree to it that we have that, like, there's only so much caring that one can without, you know. Maybe my understanding is just, what I'm basically trying to say is, I can't speak on, if I speak on Sudan, I'm going to have to speak on Ukraine, which is still going on. I'm going to have to speak on Lebanon. I'm going to have to speak on Congo. I'm going to have to speak on Democratic Republic of Congo. Is it the same? It is the same. Sorry, sleeping. It's like 3 a.m. I'm going to speak on Niger. I'm going to have to speak on Burkina Faso. I'm going to have to speak on Panama. I'm going to have to speak on Nicaragua. I'm going to have to speak on Guatemala. I'm going to have to speak on El Salvador. I'm going to have to speak on every place, every single place. There's not a place that don't need a prayer. And I feel like everyone has their own that they're praying. And it's like if we all collectively embrace that, and literally just do your part. You know, I feel like that's one of the, do your part and don't force anybody to do their part. No, let them figure it out and let them be inspired by you. Oh my goodness. Thinking of the word, little baby, you gotta go. Do you have to go? I hope not. Because if you go, I don't know. What was I gonna say? It's just a lot. And I think too much about everything and everyone and all that I know. I don't force myself to know things that I don't know. But let me actually go search up on the thing. Because let's see what's going on there. If there's a way I can just, a world peace, I would. But yeah, it looks like at the end of it, at the end of the day, what it comes down to at the moment, our current and most dangerous thing within humanity is greed, aka capitalism in political terms. So